So the message for this collective is that you are currently feeling like the Hanged Man. And as this spread was originally falling out, I thought it was in relation to a project. But as I went through and got clarity, this is leading to emotions, or it's leading or pertaining to a love connection. So let's jump straight into it. The first card that comes out is the Hanged Man, and it's clarified by the Ace of Cups. So I see this collective as being in a bit of a, do I go this way? Do I go that way? You're very unsure on which direction to go in terms of your emotions or your emotional healing. So just make sure that you are grounding yourself, you're protecting your energies, and anything that you are making a decision on, you are using your discernment for, and you're intuitively aligning with the things that authentically belong to you, for example. So don't force yourself to fit in places where you no longer fit. Don't force people to fit into this reality if they no longer fit your reality, for example. We are about to enter eclipse season, so everything's going to be a little bit tense, everything's going to be under the microscope, emotions and things like that are all going to come to the surface. So just make sure you're protecting yourself, you're keeping yourself grounded, and you're making educated decisions on which direction to go forward with or towards. What I would say with the Hanged Man is it gives me the energy of uncertainty. So whatever decision you make sure you stand on it, you're confident in it, and you're willing to basically stand on business when it comes to that decision. If you go back to a past person, for example, you need to make sure that's the decision that you want to make. And if you want to move away from a past person to a new person, or to yourself, and you want to focus on your own healing, just make sure that you are fully committed to that journey. We don't want to be half in, half out. The Eight of Pentacles continues to remind us that we need to keep working on ourselves, working on our goals. It's about chipping away at the things that we know we need to work on. And the Magician comes out to empower you and remind you that now is a really good time to start embarking on any healing journeys that need to take place, or any projects that you want to see actually develop and grow. Now is a really good time to start putting the work into them. But again, don't sit in the Hangman energy for too long. Make sure you are working on things, you are taking steps towards things, and you are acting on the things that you're divinely called to act upon. The Two of Wands asks you to review where you're currently at and remind yourself that you've got the power in your hands. So you're holding the world here for this collective. You've got the power in your hands to create a beautiful life wherever it is that you go. So don't be afraid to look at a new adventure. Don't be afraid to daydream about the future, for example, because it's really important that you do realize that there is much more out there for you. And the Wheel of Fortune comes out to confirm that the wheel is turning in your favor. The energies are aligning for you. And again, although we've got several eclipses and retrogrades and all sorts of planets coming back into alignment and things like that, the universe is urging you to continue on with your journey, and it truly is working in your favor at this time. So don't be afraid to look at a new adventure, for example. Don't be afraid to tell yourself that you deserve more. The next card that follows is the Knight of Pentacles, and to me this speaks about not rushing anywhere. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't rush anywhere. He's not rushing in like the Knight of Swords would, for example. It's about making sure you're reviewing where you're currently at, nourishing this energy that you're currently in, working on your own vibrations, raising your frequency so that you can move forward with even more confidence, with even more power, for example. But it will give you the opportunity to actually take calculated steps rather than just acting because you feel like you need to act on something, for example. The Three of Wands comes out, and to me this speaks about, especially after the Two of Wands followed by the Knight of Pentacles leading to the Three of Wands, I see you actually gaining knowledge or more ideas or more avenues for income or abundance, for example. So you've gone from having 2 wands to having 3 wands just by having a go at things, just by putting your energies out there, just by nourishing the things that you're truly intuitively drawn towards nourishing. And it's important to know that you can move forward with the things that serve your highest purpose, but it is important that we leave behind the things that no longer serve our highest purpose, for example. The Eight of Wands, clarified by the King of Cups, to me speaks about incoming emotions. So this might be somebody having communication with you, for example, or it might be that this healing journey that you're going to undertake with the Hanged Man energy is actually going to lead you to the King of Cups energy. And the King of Cups to me speaks about being in a position to give love whilst also recognizing that you need to protect your energy, you need to protect yourself and keep yourself centered. And it's really important to acknowledge that you do have a cup that you could fill other people's cup up with, but who's filling up your cup? And it's that whole energy of, this is what I've got, this is what I can offer. who is going to be able to come into my reality and offer me more. And it's not about somebody benefiting you, for example, but we want to be with the people who truly align with our vibrations, not people who are going to drain our emotions, for example, or our energy. And the final card that comes out is the Nine of Pentacles. So this to me speaks about the Disney princess, delusional, spending time in nature, it's being outside, it's radiating that happy Disney princess life to me. So what I would say with this card is she is covered in tiny little buds of flowers, and it's really important that you acknowledge that even after you've undergone this journey and this transformation and you've put the energy into yourself, into your goals, and you are able to see a brighter future elsewhere, the journey never stops. It's not about getting to a point and then stopping. It's about continuing to level up our reality and level up our manifestations, I guess, and the things that we're trying to create. So don't feel like you're going to enter this King of Cups energy and you're going to sit there, because ultimately now you're in control of your emotions. It's about acknowledging that there's always work to be doing. There's always things that we can strive towards, or things that we can go out there and achieve. Please do drop me a comment and let me know if this reading resonated. I'd also appreciate if you could drop me a follow, because it helps the readings reach a wider collective, and I'll see you on the next one.